Well, there's a few things that people need to consider. I think one of the first ones is anyone who has an open fire is to ensure that they have the chimney swept. We advise that it gets swept once every 6 months, so it's quite important to make sure that's been swept beforehand. Another thing to consider is on Christmas trees, you'll have your lights. Just to double check, make sure they have a British safety standard stamp on them, so that they are up to the required standards, so they are safe. We also speak about candles, making sure they're not left unattended or too close to any decorations or anything like that. Lastly, another thing that we do go and speak about is plug sockets that are overloaded. That's another common one that we can go to if people are starting to plug in lights and extra electrical appliances.
We hear similar messages around Halloween and costumes being particularly flammable. When it comes to Christmas decorations, do they fall into that same category? They happen to be quite flammable.
Yeah, what I advise in Christmas decorations is just being sensible where you put them. Make sure they're not near anything that could be considered a source of ignition, making sure they're not near candles, and just being sensible. That's the sort of approach to take for them.
And people with real Christmas trees as well. I've seen the videos on fire safety adverts and that kind of thing. They're extremely quick to go up in flames. Yeah. So is that something that you're advising about, watering them regularly?
Yeah, well, the key one with the Christmas trees is the lights. You know, make sure the sockets aren't overloaded, and make sure that the lights themselves, they do have those British safety standards stickers associated with them, so they're not going to be as flammable, and you're not going to have as much risk.
Is that the same case with the pre-lit fake trees?
Yeah, of course, yeah. Just make sure that they are to the required safety standard.
Is that not a legal requirement to be at a certain standard, or do you still get them that simply aren't?
Yeah, sometimes people will look to go and buy cheaper alternatives, and people can buy things online now that come from different areas of the world. So it's just something to keep an eye on, something to check.